Hey, this is Austin from Rickydees Productions, and today we're doing the app Launcher 8 for free, and it's for all Android devices. Alright, hey, this is Austin with Rickydees Productions, and we have the Launcher 8 app here that we're going to be reviewing for our first tech review. And so, first off, we'll start with like the full app name and where you can get it and what it's supported by. And the full app name is Launcher 8 Free in the Play Store, and obviously it's free. And then the producer was QI Hang Dev Team, and it has over 5 million plus downloads, so it's very reliable, very trustworthy. And then it is 6.01 megabytes to download, so really small app. Alright, so the first thing we're going to go over is pretty much the home screen layout. And so with Windows 8 they did a really good job with just making it super simple, but ended up making it look really good. And everything's just really simple, really easy to access, nothing's too complicated. And so just a few little points about just the home screen layout was, it's just super easy user interface, so even the simplest of people could use it. And everything's just really easy to access, messaging, calling, internet, email settings. And it has, like I said, easy access to all apps, and it's even customizable to add any apps on there that you want. Alright, so our next little part is more of the in-depth layout, showing you how to customize it and how to change everything the way you want it and add stuff and delete stuff. And so they made it really easy with this, to where pretty much all you have to do is just slide over and it'll bring up a little pop-up menu, and it has everything as edit, add, settings, themes, SYS settings, and more. And then the more pretty much will just close out the app completely if you want, or say for instance you want to add something, it's just the top middle and you can add an app. And then it brings up all your little applications, and then you just pick from there. Say I wanted to add our IGN app, and then it brings it right to the bottom here. And then another thing they did is they made it so not everything has to be that default bright blue. So if you wanted to change the color of it, you would just hold it down, and then there's a little thing that just looks like an eye in the top corner. Press that. If it'll freaking work. And then it brings up title name, icon position, set title size, so how big you want the font to be, and then you'd go to title, background, cover, color, and then you can pick all of these. These are all just the default ones, or you can go to a custom color and it brings up a full chart. You can change it into the blues, pink, green, just everything like that. But let's just say we want to change the background to say just this red, and then you would click the bottom check mark, and then for instance it would change your application to a color red. And then that's pretty much how you would do that. And then it's really easy to delete things, much like the iPhone. You would just hold it down, and then there's a little pin in the top corner, and you just click that little pin, and then it would be really easy just to delete it and then click back, and it's not on your home screen anymore. And then more about where if you wanted to find all the rest of your apps, you can just, it's just easy to slide over, and it has everything alphabetized, just all in order on the one side. Or you can even make folders, so that you have just specific apps in a folder on the home page. And then also you'll notice that some things like our messaging, this people folder, and then like the time and stuff, they're a lot bigger than the rest of those little apps. You can also make ones a lot bigger. So say for instance you wanted to add an app, you just go here and we're just going to add this antivirus one, and then wanted to change the size, you would hold it down just like regular, and then in this bottom corner, the little arrow, you just click on this and it will resize it to make it bigger or smaller depending on what you want. And so you can go pretty much all the different sizes, and then it just all works out like that. Alright, we're hitting segment 3, which is basic usage, and all this segment really is does it meet all the required things that you would need for a phone in general, because some apps won't allow you to use certain applications. But this one is actually really nice, and it lets you use everything. For instance, it will let you use messaging up, and it will let you use calling. So you can go to calling, and then like you can open up your email, internet settings. Everything is fully accessible from this menu. Nothing is just a default look. And so everything in it is basic usage, meets all requirements. And then our next little part of it was user friendliness. Not a big little topic, but there was one problem I did find with it, and this wouldn't affect too many people unless you're heavy on customizing your phone. because if you use apps such as Go SMS Pro to use your texting to set to a different theme, I found out that sometimes it will crash if you have this one and something like that running at the same time. So anything like that could be a problem, but for anybody who's not big into customization, I would say don't worry about it. And then just overall, completely, it's just really easy. Alright, so overall, we gave this an overall rating and we split it up into two parts, and that was a Windows fan and a Windows hater, because there are those out there. And so for all Windows fans, we gave this one an 8.5 and a 9, because it's really easy, everything's fully customizable, and everything is fully accessible and meets all basic requirements. So it's almost pretty much perfect for a Windows user. And you'll notice that this was on the Galaxy S3. There's 3-dot symbolism of it and 3 buttons. And so you know that this isn't a pre-stock Windows phone. And then for those that are not fans of Windows, the Windows haters, we gave it a 6.5, because we feel like even though they might not like the overall of it, that giving this app a shot they might, because they could probably just change an opinion. And so the last little part was just the question, is it worthy enough to use? And then we put yes, overall it is a really good app because it can meet all those requirements. And then the last little part is this is only for Android. This isn't supported on any iOS system or the App Store. And so that was pretty much it. Alright, so just one last little tip. This was some issues that I ran into, and first we'll start off with this one. So although you can open this app up and it does fully work, the tip I ran into, or the problem I ran into, was I couldn't get it to set to a default. It kept wanting to go just straight to my regular Android screen every time I click the home button. So the one thing you do have to make sure you do when you want to set Launcher 8 to your default thing is you will have to go into your settings, and you'll have to go into Application Manager, and then some of these higher ones that run on the system Jelly Bean, they run on a little app clear down at the bottom called Touch Wizard, and that is right, or just TouchWiz Home. So you'll need to click on this, and you're going to need to force stop it. And then you won't have to worry about clearing data, but you will want to clear defaults. And then as soon as you hit home button once again, it'll bring up a pop-up menu to select which launcher you're going to want to use. You will click Launcher 8 Free, and then you will click Always. And then it will say clear default app settings by going to settings, tell you how to do that. And then it will bring this back up, and then you'll notice, for instance, say you click into calling, then as soon as you hit your home button, it always goes right back to that, and it is set to the default screen. And then we also wanted to just let you know that this will run on lower Android systems. For instance, this runs on Android system Gingerbread, and it still works fully functionable. It is a little bit slower since it's not the most up-to-date system, but everything still runs the same, all customizations can still be done the same, and everything works just fine. So it is supported clear as low as Gingerbread and higher. And that's everything. Alright, hey guys, thanks for watching our video on the Launcher 8 free app, and you can check out our link below for smartappsreviews.weebly.com, and that will give you a more in-depth review of the app itself, and it will give you everything on the customization of the app. And this is Austin with Rickydees Productions. Thanks for watching. Then theming the colors to them, and I'll get to it. And then overall it's just super simple. Everything